live help and solution center for YouTube and related tech. Please come in and enjoy the demonstration. Ask any questions you have about the demonstration or any tech-related question. We are here to help you and do this to help you. No question is dumb, and we will do what we can to keep it simple. Thank you. We will be starting soon.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
All right, everybody.
Here you go. We were having some audio problems earlier, but I think we got them straightened out.
All right. On my side, we have me. We have Marines and Army Mom. And on Ralph's side, we have Arlene 1010, the Moose Barbecue, Desert Living, Mike's Adventure Sparks, Simply Jan Homestead, Tim Mitchell, Yes I Can Barbecue Simon, and YouTube Police. That is, and then, well, YouTube Police is in both of them. And Cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline's on my side. And the Confident Quilter Gladys is on my side. There's people popping in. Hey, y'all, there's a link pinned in my chat. Go ahead and click on it and head on over to Ralph's. I want to get Ralph some people in there tonight. You can be in either side, but I'm trying to get Ralph some people. So y'all head on over to Ralph some people in there tonight.
Just remember, I'm watching the chat, not watching the chat from over there on the YouTube side. I'm watching it in EV Mux. So I don't have my channel and I'm not paying attention to it. I don't have it up. Anyway.
Hold on, we have an issue. I think it's Elgato. Give me a second.
I was going to say, we're getting a feedback from somewhere.
There we go. I think that fixed it, maybe. Because I got. There we go. Hello?
It is.
I think that fixed it. I may be on your side, Ralph.
It's going to be on my side. So I don't even have.
I guess we're still having audio issues.
Because I don't even have YouTube up anywhere.
I guess we're still having audio issues.
Because I don't even have YouTube up anywhere. Yeah, the only thing I've got going on is
my volume,
my mic.
YouTube. Hold on, let me try. That's all.
Okay, it's gone, but you're gone too.
There we go.
Okay, it's gone, but you're gone too.
Yeah,
no, it's back.
Ain't I?
Now it's back. Yeah, it's the echoes. I can hear you, but the echo's back too.
Now it's. Hold on.
Okay, are you back?
Oh, I think I
think
know.
I.
Yeah, I think I know why. I think it's because of the screen sharing. Yeah, I think I know why. I think it's because of the
Let me
screen
kill
sharing.
that. Okay, I just killed the screen share. Okay, I don't think I did audio with that. No, it's still there.
I'm muted.
Okay, when you mute, it goes away. I don't know what everybody else is hearing. It's just you and me right now. Excuse me. So, guys, let us know when Eddie mutes, or are you guys hearing the echo at all? And if you are, when Eddie mutes his mic, does it go away? Okay, Arlene is saying it's good now, but you can't hear Eddie. Okay, Simon's saying he's hearing the echo.
Okay, I'm unmuted. Can you hear me now? Is there feedback?
Yeah, as soon as you come back, it comes back. I don't know. Okay, Desert said clear on both. But right now, Eddie's muted, right? You're muted right now, right, Eddie? Can you hear me, Eddie? Okay, yeah. I don't know. Did you shut down voice mod completely, Eddie? Because he was having trouble with voice mod earlier and he just removed it.
Voice mod is totally off.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh, did it come
I
back?
still hear an echo though.
Okay, but I'm not hearing it now.
Yeah,
Here,
well, whenever I talk, then the echo comes back at me. My voice.
yep, yeah, it's back again. Arlene is saying it sounds clear to her. Too strange. Where could that possibly be coming from?
Hello. Okay. Now I shut down Elgato Virtual Audio, and it's just coming through my mic. I have everything. Hold on.
Where is the...
Shutting down everything. Hello. Hello.
Go ahead and say something, Eddie. Oh, he left. I was looking at something else. Because I don't think it was me, but I don't want to change anything until he comes back. Change too many things at one time, we won't know what fixed it or what didn't. Okay, but you guys can still hear me, right? Or am I gone too? Somebody type in chat if you can hear me. Or are my lips just moving and no sound? Okay. I was looking over at a different screen when Eddie disappeared, and I didn't know he went away. Anyway, I guess I will just go ahead and get started with what we're doing. Give him a couple seconds here to come back. I don't know why he always has so much trouble with sound, but sometimes it can be a pain in the neck. Yep, how to work our way through tech difficulties.
Oh my God. I
What?
found out what it was. I can't hear
What?
you, Ralph. Hold on.
What?
Why can't I hear
Everybody
you?
else?
Hold on.
Everybody else can hear me.
Audio. Let's go back to stream. Okay, audio input. There.
No,
Audio
Desert. This is what I
output.
used to do at work: is troubleshoot problems and figure stuff out like this. So this is very normal, natural for me.
Audio output. Kitty Classic. Hello?
Okay, yeah, you're there. I can hear you, but you can't hear me, right?
Audio output.
I guess I should keep talking so that if you can hear me, I'm saying stuff. I know he dropped off and came back.
Be back.
But the echo's gone, but we couldn't hear him. Yeah, when I worked at the data center, that's a lot of what my job was troubleshooting problems of this, that, and the other thing, and figuring things out. Bad connections, bad cables, all this kind of stuff. So that's where my analytical mind came into good use. He's back. I'm talking. I am talking. Yeah. That doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense. What was it? Oh, it redirected. Oh man, that's funny. Because it really did sound like it was something playing in the background, not just an echo that we were getting, feedback or feed through or something like that.
No, I got it. I had
You got it?
Yeah. I had my personal mix shut off. Hey guys, how you doing?
Now we're going to expect these people to listen to us about tech stuff.
I hate audio. Audio is thorn in my freaking rump.
Yeah, the bane of your existence.
Yes.
Ah, that's funny that it was your phone.
Yeah. But see, I didn't know the screen was black and everything else, and it was sitting here on my desk. I didn't even, and
Yeah, with your headphones on, you wouldn't hear it. So,
yeah, it would come out of there and back into the mic.
so one thing I like about these headphones is they have a button on it that will let out their noise canceling, and they really do a good job. I can't hear anything when the button's turned off. When I flip this button, if somebody walks in, like if I were to walk in right now, I wouldn't hear her at all. She could walk
Yeah.
up right beside me and I wouldn't even hear her. But if I hit the button, it lets the outside sounds in. So they're really nice. It's very helpful. That wasn't a tab, Gary. That was a different device.
Yeah, it wasn't a tab. It wasn't a tab. It was my phone. It was coming out of my
Because, like I
phone,
said,
going back into the
it's
mic, and I
yeah,
didn't even know we were on my phone because I was on Civi's live, and when she redirected, it redirected our live to my phone, and then it was coming out of my phone into the mic. And now I got
yep.
everything. I got everything back
Anyway,
on now. So Gary, there you go. Watch it, Bob.
all right. So where were you? What were we doing when everything
Oh,
went bye bye?
I was. Let's see. I was. Let's saying hello to everybody.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we were doing
Have
that or
Arlene, Civi, Demoose, Desert Living, Sailing Cook George, Simply Jan Homestead, Simon, Yes I Can Barbecue, and YouTube Police over in Webb's Web. I'm not sure about mine. I ain't got mine pulled up.
everybody he didn't mention is over in his.
If you're over in mine, come over to Ralph's. The link's pinned to come over to Ralph's.
Yep, not been much going. Well, I've been busy, doctor's appointments, MRIs, and all kinds of stuff going on, but we're not here to talk about that kind of crap. I still don't know what's going on, so I got nothing to tell you guys other than still
Um,
working through stuff. But hey, it is what it is.
we did go over to my mom's house today, played some games, ate some brisket that my stepdad cooked, and we have 29 people in chat. There you go, Gary. That was for you, buddy. Um, and I actually come home. I was hot. My stomach's hurting. I had a headache. My sugar was high. So I wasn't feeling really good, and I let Ralph know that. So, uh, but yeah, I'm still
Yep.
high, but it's going down. I'm at 196 on my sugar.
Yeah, probably just
So,
a little bit of
and then
everything, probably a little bit of heat, a little bit of just this,
yeah,
that. Just probably good to get home, cool off, get your meds, chill out for a bit. You sound better now than you did when you called me.
yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. But like I said, it was way up. My sugar was, and that's in a factor too. With the headache and stomach ache and stuff like that. But if you see, it was way up here
Oh
in
yeah,
like 250s. Now it's down to 194, and the arrow is going down. So Jamie gave me a shot, and so hopefully my stomach's not hurting like it was and everything else. Oh,
yeah. I'm
but like Tuesday or Wednesday, I did make some Texas red, made some chili. I tried to record it. It's hard to do, but I'll try to edit a video and put it out sometime this week. Um, yeah, it's still high, Gary, but it's headed down. Um, and then what else? Got the yard mowed. Shut up, Jerry. Okay, Jerry and my wife think it's funny. Okay, I don't think it's funny. I'll tell you a little story here, Ralph.
go for
Um,
it.
I went to mow the yard, and the lawnmower, I got an old zero turn. It wouldn't even turn over, so there was no power. So I put the trickle charger on it for like a day or two. and went out there, and the light on the trickle charger was still flashing red. So I told Jamie, and I think a raccoon ate through the extension cord a little bit, and goat and everything else messed with the trickle charger. So
Yep.
I had him order a new extension, or I had him get a new extension cord and a new trickle charger. Put that on, left it on there for a day. Come out, and it was green. Okay, so I started it. It turned over. It started. I made one loop around the yard, and it died on me. And then trying to turn it, no power again. So I put the trickle charger back on it, left it for a day or whatever. Come back out, it was green. Okay, so I started it, or I kept turning it over, and it wouldn't start. Okay, and there was a fuse that I seen that was melted. So I got fuses. I changed the fuse. Still no power, no power. Whatever. Or no, it would turn over now, because since I got the new trickle charger and stuff, it would turn over, but it wouldn't start unless I sprayed starter fluid in it. So I'm like, I called a buddy of mine that works on lawnmowers, and he was going to come over and stuff like that. The next day, he said, I'll be over tomorrow afternoon. And then I called him in the afternoon. He said, well, I'll come over at about 6 when it cools down a little bit. And I said, okay. Well, I was sitting in here on the recliner, and I'm like, you know what? I'm getting power, but I'm like, I didn't even check the gas. So I went outside, I opened the gas tank, and there was gas in there. I seen gas in there. But I went and got the gas tank, poured gas in there, turned it over, cranked right up, mowed the yard. And Jerry's giving me a hard time about gas and me not checking the gas and everything else. But it was running fine. The issue I was having was with the battery, and not the gas. And it
Right.
just so happened they did it at the same time.
Same time. Yep.
Yeah. So he's
I
been
had
giving
it
me a hard time for days about, you got gas, you got gas.
when I was in high school. I had a car that when it got low on gas, if you went uphill or down, I can't remember uphill or down, I can't remember which, it would cut off because the gas ran away from the fuel pump that was in the tank. Quite a few times I'd be low on gas and I'd go stop somewhere and it would start. And I'd be like, just push me off, it'll get going. And the gas station's right there. But yeah, the first time I did it, I didn't have any idea what was going on. And we pushed it from where it was into a parking lot, and it got level, and I got in and it fired right up. And everybody that helped me push it off the road was looking at me like I was crazy. And I was like, okay, I gotta go get gas. I don't know what's going on, but I was like, I guess I'm just low on gas at that time. I didn't realize what was causing it, but then it happened a couple more times, and it's like, it's when I get past this certain point of being really low on gas that it must just, the way this stupid thing sits. Chevy Vega, so I should have known, but luckily I didn't have that car very long.
Um,
Yeah.
but Jamie made a sugar-free cheesecake, the one like we made that
All
Cindy
right.
taught us how to make. She made that and took it over to my mom's house, and everybody ate it except for my stepsister, because it was like it had a Oreo crust on it, Oreo cookie crust, and
Right.
she don't like chocolate. That's Oreo cookies ain't chocolate, but she don't like chocolate, so she didn't eat any. But everybody else did, and they liked it and everything else. So, and Jamie did a real good job at it, because I had a little piece of it too.
Hey, that's
So
one good thing
she
about cheesecake. If you don't like
she
the
learned
crust,
from
you can
me.
just scoop the stuff out of the middle and have the good part of it.
Exactly.
I've seen people do that with the Oreo type crust on a cheesecake that they don't really care for. They'll eat a little bit of it, but then you'll see the rest of it left on the plate. But all the good stuff will be gone.
Now, I will tell y'all
So,
this. If y'all have not seen the latest video that Ralph dropped, it was with how to add fireworks in Davinci. It was really cool. But I had seen some stuff, and we talked about it, and he's going to show us some more stuff you can do with it tonight. And so now I'll turn it over to Ralph. And if anybody has any tech questions, put them in chat. I'll watch chat and I'll highlight them, and then hopefully Ralph will read the screen and see what your question is and respond to it.
Probably not.
I
If he
usually leave
highlights
it
it,
up
if you
until
highlight it, I'll probably see it.
I usually leave it up until Ralph sees it. And sometimes it
Yeah.
takes 5 or 10 minutes.
Sometimes I have to complete my train of thought before
Oh, just so
I
y'all don't know,
squirrel.
just so y'all know, let me show them this real quick, Ralph.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I can show it. Okay, ignore the what's it called? The infinity in the center.
Oh, the
I want to
infinity
show
screen.
y'all.
Yeah.
I want to show anybody that uses EV Mux. Okay, when you highlight comments and everything else, which one is it? It's got to be this one. When you highlight comments, I'm going to add this. There is a setting. Yeah, ignore the infinity right here. You go to the cog here, okay? Well, let me go to the right cog. You go to the cog right here. You click it, and you go to social comments, okay? And there's a place right here that you can set a time to automatically hide a comment after it's highlighted. So if you do that and set it for 10 seconds, okay, now I'm going to take this down. Y'all don't need to see it anymore because I just showed you how to do it. Stop. So I'm going to highlight a comment here, and if you watch, I'm not there. It pops up. Judy May Collins, Gary, yeah, okay. Now me and Ralph's not doing anything. That'll stay up there for 10 seconds, and then it'll go away. Okay, see? Now I don't like going into somebody's live and they highlight a comment and that comment stays on the screen for 30, 40 minutes because they don't
Yeah.
hide it, or they don't highlight another one. So generally in my other channel that I go live on, I have it set for 10 seconds, and it's a real cool little feature. Okay? But here in this one, I take that off because I don't want it disappearing before Ralph sees it.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
with
I
that
get
being
tunnel
said,
vision sometimes.
it is a nice little feature for everybody who uses EV Mux.
Yeah, and
Okay,
it's
so
variable too. You saw there was a slider there.
yeah,
Sorry, you saw there was a
yeah, yeah.
slider there, so you can make it longer, shorter. Sometimes you might want them to be up there 30 seconds. You might want them to stay up there for a minute or so. But it's nice to have them disappear because I'm the same way with Eddie. I go to a live and it's like somebody puts a comment up, and you know an hour and a half later when the live ends, that same comment's still up on screen.
Yes,
So
Jonesy is bad about that, guys.
hey, at least he's self-aware, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now I'm going to turn it over to Ralph. And if you have any questions, I'm keeping up with chat, and I'll highlight it if you have any questions for Ralph as he goes through this. But it's a really cool thing on Davinci. I mean, the people that are using Davinci absolutely love Davinci. Oh yeah, I took it off, so that comment staying up there like Jonesy, until until I hide it. There we go.
Yeah, what that is, it's Fusion, it's templates that are in Fusion, and what the templates are like graphic effects that are pre-made. They're already made for you, so you don't have to go in and try to figure out Fusion and make it all work and stuff. Some of them are a little more user-friendly than others. They are easy to get to and they're easy to put in. So if you watch the fireworks video I did to show that one, because I thought that one was good for 4th of July. And by the way, happy 4th of July to everybody. There's a whole bunch of them in there. That was just one that I showed you. So I just thought that was appropriate for what was going on. So I will bring this up so we can see what's going on. So my normal stuff. Oh, hang on just a second. Let me do one thing here. I gotta get this back. There we go. Get the pointer so you can see what's going on there. Okay, so the way you get these in here is pretty easy. I'm just in a project. I got a timeline in here. So what I'm going to do is come into effects, make sure my effects are on here, come to effects, and I'm just going to drop a fusion composition over here. By default, these are 5 seconds, unless you've changed it in your settings, but by default, these are 5 seconds long. Doesn't really matter right now. So we're going to actually work over here in the Fusion page, which is, if you're familiar with Adobe products, this is After Effects in Adobe. So this is where you create all your motion graphics on your own and stuff like that. So, whoops, I don't want to do that. I want to right click on it and open in Fusion. And this is the Fusion page, basically. This is your media out. This is your output. This is what you're going to see when you play it. Go to a single viewer up here. Guess I got to get something up there first. Anyway, first thing I'm going to do is I want to have a background. So I'm going to bring a background in, and I'm just going to dump him in right there. And then to connect this, the gray is output from the node, and the yellow is input to the next node. These are called nodes. So if anybody's used to working with nodes in any type of programming or other type of graphical program that they might be working in, this is the same type of idea. These are kind of like building blocks, and you just build one on top of another in a flow, basically. So one goes into the next. So I've got my background in there, and it's just a black background right now. So you can see, now that we're in Fusion, we have a different set of effects up here. So I'll go over here to templates, which is where we were working with the fireworks, and then to Fusion. And there's different categories in here of different things. Now the fireworks were particles, so that's just where I'm going to work with, just showing you some of these. So if anybody watched the fireworks one, this is the fireworks right here. I'm not going to show you that one. So if you want to see that one, you go watch the video, because I got pretty detailed on how to take care of it. But okay, let's just say we wanted to add some blowing leaves to our video. Just drag this down here. You notice there's a whole bunch of pieces to it. So these are all the different nodes that make up this effect. You'll notice, since we're working with particles in this, pretty much all of these have an emitter. That's what's emitting the particles. That's what's shooting the particles out. That's why it's called an emitter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring the output, the final output of all of this, and I'm going to bring it down to come on top of my background. If I do that, it's going to make a merge node. And now you can see that my graphic is there. And if I play this through, we'll just have some leaves being generated. Kind of hard to see in this view here. Hard to see in that view too. So what I'll do is I'll stop. I'll go back to the beginning, and I'll jump back over here into the edit page, and I will hit play, hit loop, and I will hit Control F to get to a full screen. So that's what blowing leaves look like. Oops, wrong screen. Go back over here. Now, if I want to change these colors, I can come over here on my emitter. That's usually where you're going to find your colors. And if you notice right here, it says color, use style color. So if I come up here to style and open my color controls, there's my color. Now it's like, okay, why is it white, but I've got green and yellow leaves? This color variance down here, this is taking this color and creating variances, different colors from that base color is what's happening here. I know it's kind of complicated, but you really don't need to know all this stuff just to make different colors. So if I come in here and just change this base color, say to dark red, and do okay. So now I have a whole bunch of different dark reds in there. So if I play it through, it's all based off of red. So if you base it off of white and give it variances of white, you pretty much get any kind of color you could come up with. So that's blowing leaves. And again, this is transparent. The only reason that you're seeing it on a black background is because I told it to be on a black background. I can change it to, let's make it orange. I don't know if that'll show it. That probably won't show up very well. Let's try green. So now it's on a green background. If you were going to use this, say you were going to use this over here and you wanted the leaves to be on top of a video. So you would bring this up into track 2. I'm going to drag it back down and put your video in track 1. Then over here, you would just remove the background and this merge node. The only reason I have that on there is some of these things are hard to see if they don't have a background on them. So if I take this out and just connect it directly, come on, then you get it with no background. Like I said, this one is easy to see. Put the background in, then it makes this one easier to see. So that's blowing leaves. Sorry if I'm going too fast. I'm not watching chat right now, so just highlight all that and get rid of it. Let's get rid of our ugly background. Let's go black to black. See, if I disconnect that, I've just got a transparent background that just looks great because that's what Davinci does when there's nothing there. So another one, these aren't too cool. Bubble bar is pretty cool. Now, some of these, if you notice, when I drop this one in here, I already have some controls that I can work with here. This just depends on who built this and how it was built. So this one, let's jump back over here, go to full screen and hit play. I kind of like this one. It's kind of cool. So over here, you can change your colors and stuff over here. So this is primary. So this is white. This is these, I'll say the large blobs at the beginning. And then secondary particle control is down here. We'll do red and orange. Check back over here. There, go full screen. And again, that's the thing about Davinci is it's all just play around with it and see what you can come up with. And especially with these, because if you mess up if you just totally screw up what you've brought in here, you just delete it and bring it in again and it puts it back to the original. So also, you can see here that there's a bunch of nodes inside of this. These are all grouped together, and you can ungroup it. So you come up here, you can expand the group, that puts it in its own little window, but you can't really do anything. So if you ungroup it, these are all the different parts to this. So there again, there's our emitter and stuff, but they don't even have any settings on it. So that's bubble bar. Oh, let's do bubbles. So that's bubbles. You can go in and change off. Again, this is not one that has controls on the side, so you have to come up into your emitter and stuff.
How do you make that longer, Ralph? Like if you're trying to put it like in a video, I mean, because you said it's like 5 seconds or whatever, but say you want it longer, how would you
Okay,
make them bubbles go longer or whatever?
okay, that's a really good question. Okay, even though my fusion composition is 5 seconds, these are however long they were built. If it was built to be 2 seconds, it's 2 seconds long, no matter what your composition is. But what you can do is, okay, I had this connected here. I'll move this over in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to disconnect that. I'm going to hit Control Space. I'm going to type in key and look for a keyframe stretcher. And it's not a dragon. I'm just going to add it there. And that is not what I wanted to do. I had this node up here selected. I see how it's got the red ring around him. I had that selected and I added it in the wrong spot. That's what I did. So now if I bring this down here, so if I go to my keyframe stretcher, you see it starts at 24 and ends at 96. If I bring this out to go the whole length, now if I come back over here, it does what it's supposed to. Now it lasts pretty much the whole thing, but that was the fade out at the end. So you see there, it pretty much goes the whole 5 seconds. And actually, if I drag this out, it should just keep it going until it should go the whole time. So that's just over 10 seconds. That's how you can make them. That's one of the reasons it's good to put them inside of Fusion Composition and instead of just dumping them onto your video. See, I went further. So if I take this out, we'll go back and show it. So it's done. And so I'm like 4 seconds in. So that didn't even last the whole 5 second video or the 5 second duration. So that's how you would make it longer. You just put that key frame stretcher in there. Let's get rid of all this stuff. All right, that was Bubbles. Bubbles 3D. Now this one I have not figured out how to change the colors or anything on it. You know, a lot of this is just playing with this stuff. Sometimes you don't have time to do a lot of the playing around. But sometimes it's fun to get in here and just mess around with this stuff. Once you know it's there, it's like, ooh, what is that? What is that? Which is kind of what we're doing right here. What happened with that? Oh. No, there it is. Oh yeah, this one takes a second to come up. So that could add some motion to that and have a burning meteorite coming into the orbit, coming into the atmosphere. Firefighter.
Don't go chasing fireflies. Oh, Embers is next. Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
Actually, I think I did jump to fireflies. Yeah, this is fireflies. Embers are very similar. Actually, no, it's not. Now that I think about it. So, like I said, this is transparent. So, think if you had like a fantasy forest type scene with gnomes or
Yeah,
fairies or
that's kind of
whatever
cool.
in it, and you'd want to put fireflies over the top of it. It's right there for you. Let's see, where was that first? And you can change the colors. You can make these red if you want. We can make them any color you want to. Excuse all the jumping back and forth. You would not normally be doing this when you were building a video. Fireworks we did, flash bulbs. And again, you can see this one has some controls over here. When you see something, when you get in here and play with some of these and you put them in here and run them, it's like, oh, I've seen stuff like that before. And it's like, oh, okay, I know where that came from now, or I kind of know what they did. So I should stop it from playing since it's playing nothing. This one's kind of cool, actually. So on this one, I was thinking something like, where's the text? This may be good for Eddie anyway. If anybody remembers the old Alka-Seltzer commercials. Just imagination is a wonderful thing. This is one I like right here. This Galaxy Swarm. This is pretty cool. All right. What did I do? I don't know why it was green there. I'm probably going too fast. There we go. And just like all the other ones, you can go in here and change your colors and stuff like that. That one does a lot of stuff, so it can take up some system resources. And on here, your colors are controlled here. A lot of light. It does not like me doing this fast. The
See if
computer's
you
going,
can
would
use
you?
that one with Mount Rainier.
Yeah. My computer's going, would you stop for a second? Let me catch up. Like, I'm good, but I ain't that good. Jeez. Cut me some slack. Okay, here we go. Lens leaks. That one's not very good. This is exactly what you would think it is. I don't think I've looked at this one. Oh yeah, I did. Star Trek, anybody? What else we got?
That's like to beam me up, Scotty.
Yep, exactly. Oh no, this one I have not looked at. This one I know I haven't looked at. It's pretty cool. It's oh, let's see. Excuse me. Style color. Oh, I don't think he liked that. Well, that's one I'd have to look at because there's a lot of nodes in there, so I'm not quite sure which ones you need to pick to change the colors. Oops. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, where's my... I've lost all my stuff. Oh, there it is. That's okay, I lost my merge. So yeah, that was a lot of nodes in that one, so it kind of got, when I expanded it, when I ungrouped it, it kind of went everywhere.
All right, Todd Saw made a comment. I think I'm going to
Yeah,
switch from. Okay.
Movavi to Davinci. I've never used Movavi.
He said it's going to be a challenge, so easy to stick with what I know, but this is much more powerful.
Yeah, and that goes for just about any editing software. If you're used to using one thing, switching to something else is usually not very easy because it's just muscle memory. You know where things are. If you need to do something simple, it's like, oh, it's right. You don't even really think about it. You're just, I need to add this, or I need to do this, or I need to do that. You're not really even giving it conscious thought about where you're moving the mouse at a certain point. You just go do it.
Ralph, can you go over this a little bit slower? As far
Yeah.
as he says, I don't understand what drawing a line from one to the other does.
Okay. Let me go back to just simple.
Yeah.
Are my three pieces here? Oh, sorry about the lines, but how come? Oh, there it is. All right. I had one of my F keys and my mouse pointer utility went crazy. Okay, I'll get rid of this merge node too. Okay. Again, these are nodes. They're building blocks basically. What happened to my output? Okay. There we go. So media out is my output. I can't get my media to come up here. What did I do? We're just having all kinds of problems here tonight. Okay, there it is. I don't know. Like I said, my PC might be complaining because I did a lot of stuff in a very short period of time there. Okay. Media out. That's my output. That's what you're going to see when you get everything built, where it's your final output. This is a node. This is a background node. My nodes are up here. There's lots and lots and lots and lots of nodes that you can do different things with. This is a background node. This is going to give me a background. So I bring it down here. I can either drag it down from my toolbar or I can hit Control Space and do searches for it. Yeah, this fusion tool right here is very, very, very powerful. You can build any kind of motion graphics you want to.
He says, does this work same as a timeline, or should I forget timeline when learning this function?
Yes, forget timeline when you're learning this function. Fusion is a node-based programming environment, I'll say. You're not really programming, you're using the nodes to do your programming with, so you don't have to know code or anything. So what I'm doing when I'm drawing the lines is, you see, I don't have any output up here now because this is not connected to anything. My background is not connected to anything, so I can't see it. So the gray node is the output. And you saw when I put my mouse over it, it came up and said, come on, background one, output. So that's my output. So I'm going to left click on it if I can get my mouse to work. And I'm going to drag it over to the input of my media out, which is my output. So now you can see my background. So I go change my background color. Now I have a background. It's orange. That's what drawing the drawing of the lines connects one node to the next. So let's say if I want to bring in some text, just do something simple like bring in some text. I'll bring in some text, but I can't do anything with it now. Where do I put it in? My lines are all taken up. All my dots are taken. So that's where you use a merge node. And learning how to do this, learning how to work in Fusion, you pretty much have to watch some tutorials and stuff on how to do it. I'm not very good at it. I don't know a lot about what all these nodes do and stuff, but there's certain things that you kind of need to use it for. So now I'm going to drag my output from my text box down to my input for my merge. And he's going to take my text box and merge it on top of my background. So if I come up here and put some text in here, say, hello, Todd. So there's my text on top of that. And again, there's all kinds of nodes that do all kinds of different things. There's 3D. You can work in 3D in here. This is a very, very, very powerful tool. Like I said, if you know about the Adobe products, this is After Effects. This is does the same functionality as After Effects for creating your own graphics and stuff. But that is basically very super simply how it works. Now, you saw some of these when I brought them in and expanded them, how many different nodes and how they all interconnect. Like when you're working with the particle nodes, you have to have an emitter and then you have to have a renderer. You can't just put the emitter into the output. So Fusion, when you really get into it, is very, very high learning curve. But also, again, so is After Effects. Okay, you're not just going to jump into After Effects and be able to just use it right off the bat. This takes some effort and some learning. But that's where these templates come in. And I'm just showing you the particle ones. There's all kinds of stuff in here. There's a whole bunch of lens flares, motion graphics, backgrounds, looks. And I'll also say that these are also in the free version and in the studio version. So all this stuff that I'm showing you is available in the free version too. And Todd, I will tell you, if you're planning on getting this to try it out, download the free version first. The paid version is a one-time $300, $295, whatever it is at the moment, charge. And it's not a subscription. You buy it once and it's yours forever and you get all the updates and everything else. We've talked about all of this many, many, many times.
Okay, they're on Davinci what right now, and you started on what?
We are on 21 right now, 21.0.2 actually. They just released a little minor update today. And I started, I know on 15 or 16. And I want to say before that, I've been around this for quite a while. And I'm not an expert on Davinci, not by any means. I don't consider myself an expert on this. I'm just a person who likes to play around with software and stuff.
Okay, Todd wants to know, show how to search for something in nodes, like if you wanted to add falling stars.
Okay, the falling stars is a template. Okay. To do falling stars, if you were just going to build it on your own, you would have to use particle emitters and stuff like that. So Control Space will bring up the search for all of the nodes. So if I get rid of that and I scroll up to the top here and I start scrolling down, you see there are many, 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 many different nodes that do various things. There's a glow if you want to just add glow to text. So if I want to add a glow in, now it put that after my text automatically because I had the text selected when I added it. So it put it directly under the node that I had selected. So if I go to my glow, we have glow there now. And if I bring it down, it's 0 now. And now you can't see it. So it's adding some glow to the text. And it's more, I will say, consider it flow based instead of timeline based. So I have my text and then it gets its glow and then it's merged on top of the background. So it's flowing in this direction and this direction. So if let's say I wanted to add another text in here somewhere. Let's go text. Go text here. And we'll add another merge here. So bring that over here. Didn't say anything yet. So that's how you build up stuff. And I'm moving that around with a merge node. So if I come back over here, that's what I have now. And I don't know how After Effects works, but I would imagine it. I don't know if it's node. I don't know if it works with nodes or layers. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I've never even opened it and looked at it. But I just know that it does the same type of thing of building your own motion graphics and stuff.
Okay, let me ask you this. This is a question from me. There's who is one of the what you would call an expert on YouTube that shows how to do certain stuff or whatever?
There's 2 or 3 guys. I will say for beginners, probably Daniel Battelle, I believe it is. The other one, the other one does both some simple stuff and some really super advanced stuff. His name is Casey Ferris. And Casey Ferris is the one that he's the one I first started watching. But some of his stuff was, when I first started watching, was like, I have no idea what this dude's talking about whatsoever. This is like, I'm clueless here. So I kind of stopped watching him and I started just watching random YouTube videos on how to do this and just, playing and picking it up on my own. And then I can't remember, don't think there was anybody that I really watched other than Casey Ferris at the beginning. Once I started learning a little bit how to do stuff, then he started, about the time that I started figuring out what I was doing, he started doing some more simple stuff. So it kind of worked well that he brought his level down as I was bringing my level up, and we kind of met in the middle with where we were. And he's the one that I really learned how to work in Fusion at all with. But we can pop those guys up here in a minute if you want.
Yeah, I just dropped Casey Ferris's link.
Okay.
And I didn't know how to spell Battelle.
I think it's Batel. This guy with long curly hair.
Oh yeah, I got him.
He's really good. He does a lot of shorts. He does a lot of stuff, and he is relatively new, and he is one that switched over from Adobe because of what they did with their pricing and all of that junk a couple of years ago. He got there, or no, I'm sorry, I misspoke there. He came from Filmora because of what Filmora did. So there you'll find people that have switched to Davinci from many products because of pricing and price gouging and subscription service and all this other stuff. So that's it. I would say if you're first starting out, if you're going to go watch Casey Ferris, look for some of his beginner stuff, because this guy Casey Ferris, he's actually released some short films and stuff. He's a serious guy about doing this. He's professional.
Post-production tutorials and stuff. That's what
Yeah.
that says up top.
Yeah.
And then Daniel Battelle is that guy right there. Grow channels faster, better videos.
Yep. He puts out a lot of shorts. I don't really do shorts because I just don't feel that I can explain Davinci enough in 3 minutes. And if you want to see me get exceedingly pissed off, is have a short pop up where they're talking 10 times faster than they need to so that they can get their content in their 3-minute short. So I watch shorts all day long, but there's certain ones, as soon as they come up, I just scroll right off of them because, you know, if you're having to speed up what you're showing to get it into a time frame, you're not getting your point across very well. Anyway, I won't get started on that.
What's up, Brandon?
But anyway, that's just some stuff to oops, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to do that. That's just some stuff to go in with Davinci and go in and play with and mess around. Like I said, if you screw it up, you just delete it and bring it back in and start over again. It can't really screw up. So just
Desert
fun stuff to play with.
You can't do shorts in Davinci, can you?
Sure you can.
Yeah, you can.
You can record in vertical. You just tell it you want to do vertical in your settings. Here, bring that back up. What am I doing? Here we go. Let's see. So, in my project settings, use vertical resolution. Button. Save. Hello. So now I'm in 16 by 9, not 9 by 16. So now that's how you do a vertical. It's not necessarily a short, it's just that you're recording and laying all your stuff out in vertical format. And I believe we've shown this before. I know I may have done a video on it. Within Davinci, let's say you recorded something in, you know, regular landscape format and you want to do a short on it, but your main subject is off to one side. You can do auto reframe where it will you select what you want it to basically center, and it will automatically do it for you as it's going through the video. It's called auto reframe.
Yep.
I think
He
that
did
may
those
be
with
on.
he did those with the people. You can go back and watch with the people running on the beach. He's Did you do that? Wasn't that when you did that, Ralph?
I think that was one I did that with. It may have been that one or the G. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
the
that.
Jeep. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple stock videos that I use over and over again just because they're very useful for what I want to show. But there's a couple people on here that are enamored with one of the girls that are in one of the videos, I'll say.
Gary.
I wasn't going to mention any names. I was going to be nice. But let me go put this back or I'll forget. And when you put it in that format, then you just lay your video up so that everything fits in that format, and you go. The few shorts that are on my channel were all done with Davinci. I may have recorded them with my phone, you know, in vertical format, still landscape format. But any of the text and any of the stuff that's in there, that was all done. I use Davinci for everything, pretty much. Excuse me. I use Davinci to make thumbnails. I use Davinci to pretty much most everything. Even if I have simple, like photo editing stuff I want to do, I normally just do it in Davinci. It's because I know it better, and it's just as easy, and you can just dump out a single frame. There's one of the other new things in Davinci 21 is if you work in Affinity from Canva, so photo editor, graphics editor type thing. And it works just like all the other photo editors do with layers and stuff. You can now import that. If you save it as an AF instead of export, you always have to do that. But when you save it as an AF, you can directly, if you bring it into Davinci, you can actually break those layers apart within Davinci and work with those layers within Davinci. So it's just more integration with other programs that are out there. So let's say you created a graphic that had different layers in it, and you exported it out as a JPEG or whatever, brought that JPEG in to Davinci, you're working with the whole JPEG. It's not layers, it's just a single layer JPEG. So if if all of a sudden you get it in there and it's like, I wish I had done that to this, instead of going back into your program, fixing it, exporting it, bringing it back into Davinci, if you had worked with it in Affinity and saved it as AF and brought the AF in, you could actually break the layers apart and do what little fine tuning you wanted to within Davinci and not have to jump back and forth. So they just keep adding cool stuff. And I haven't even talked about the photo page for doing photo editing within Davinci as a real photo editor, which is something new and I haven't really looked at yet.
Stay tuned next month.
I don't know. That one's going to be a little different. And that's a whole new page down at the bottom of Davinci, where you have your Fusion and all that other stuff.
Yes, Todd. If all you want to do is cuts and transitions, is DaVinci pretty straightforward and easy, and you can learn the other over time. Most definitely.
Yeah, what I'm showing you. What I'm showing you tonight is advanced. I will say intermediate to advanced stuff. This is not something that a beginner is going to play with. Fusion is not something a beginner is going to play with. The only page that you really need to work with when you first start using Davinci is this edit page right here. You don't even need to go to, you don't even, oh, sorry.
I got it.
The only page that you need to work in Davinci when you first start it is this edit page right here. You don't even have to work in the deliver page anymore to export your videos. I'll do it from right here. And again, we're always showing this, but these different pages down here do different things. That also with Davinci, it's not just a video editor; it is a full suite of tools. So, edit page, these are the ones you use the most here. I'll say, edit page is where you do all your editing. Fusion is where I was just working to do your graphics. Color grading. If you've watched anything on TV, you have watched something that was color graded with this program right here. This is what you fix colors with that aren't quite right and stuff like that. And make things that don't look quite right, make them look really nice. This Fairlight page is complete audio processor, mixing board, whatever you want to do. VS, add sound effect, all kinds of stuff in here. Again, full audio processing. And this is your deliver page. This is where you do your exports, where you create your final video and stuff. And you can do all kinds of stuff. If you just want to create audio, you can do that from here, like audio only. Or like I said, you can just don't even have to go to any of these others. You can work completely and totally from here. So like if this was a video clip, well, this is a video clip. So, but it's just that. But if I want to cut this, I just grab this, make it shorter. I'm cutting that end off. If I want to fade it in, fade it in.
You can also fade it out on the other end.
Yeah, same thing. Now there's all kinds of transitions and stuff in there, all these effects and stuff over here.
Yeah, so if you have spliced two clips together, Todd, you can put a transition in between, video transition and stuff like that, to where, and there's a ton of different kinds of transitions. The thing is like what Ralph said, you don't want to overdo transitions, uh, but you want some to look nice and stuff like that. If you're going from one clip to another clip, like you're inside the house or whatever, and then you go out in the yard, you know, instead of it just cutting from inside to outside, you may want to put, um, a some kind of transition, like, a clock transition, or a, you know, fade in fade out, or a spiral transition or something like that. There's a ton of them.
Yeah, there's lots of video transitions.
Yeah,
These
see,
are
you
your
can
just
see right there.
basic ones. That it's not. It'll usually show you, but we don't have anything up here to really show on. But these are just what they are. So there, I mean,
Yeah,
there's all
wide
kinds of them in
shutters,
here.
you know,
Yeah, there's just all kinds of stuff in here.
checkerboards. There's all kinds of stuff there.
Now, most, again, I have the studio version, but most of these are available in the free version. What you get when you go to the paid version, a lot of the AI stuff uh, is not
Yes,
available in
Todd.
the free version.
He said,
Yeah,
"Does the free version have a
yeah,
good number of cool transitions?" Yes, it does.
pretty much
I
everything
use
that's on, pretty much everything that's on here, right here, is on there.
Yeah, I
I
used the free
think,
version for 3 years before I went to the paid. Todd.
yeah, like I said, I wouldn't even think about buying this until I got the free version
Mm-hmm.
and used it, because you never really know if you're going to like a piece of software or not. But since you're used to using something else, give it a little extra time and a little extra patience, because your brain is going to automatically go, well, I used to do it this way. And if you if you keep that recurring thought in your head, it makes it much more difficult for you to learn a new piece of software. So like when you go to, just keep an open mind about things will be different. Mouse clicks will be different. Keyboard shortcuts will be different. And if you want, you can customize keyboard shortcuts for this too. This is a very, very powerful program. It really is. It is not web-based. It runs on your PC. It is not available for your phone. And while it doesn't require a super high-end PC, it does require, I will say, a mid-range PC to run decently. It's made by a company called Black Magic Design. So if you go to blackmagicdesign.com, or just do a Google search for Davinci Resolve system requirements, it'll tell you what it needs to run. Runs on Mac. I don't believe there's a Linux version. Runs on Mac, runs on PC. Or does it run on Mac? Yeah, it runs on Mac. There's an iPad version, I believe, too. But when I first got involved with video editing, I was helping a friend of mine who had a YouTube channel. I didn't know anything about video editing or YouTube or any of this stuff. And I went to help him, and we were trying to figure out what video editor to use, and we downloaded tons and tons and tons of them. And as soon as I used it and opened it, I was like, well, this makes sense to me. For some reason, this is extremely complex program made more sense than all of the simple ones that were out there did. I have no idea why. And I've used it ever since.
Yeah, I
Once you
started
start
out with.
playing, once you start playing with it, with the free version, you'll be amazed at what you're able to do for free.
Yeah, I started out with Filmora, and they wanted to charge for every freaking little thing. And Jerry come over from Filmora too, I believe. He was paying so much a month, and like I said, they wanted to charge for other stuff. Ralph set me, got me hooked on Davinci. I've been on Davinci ever since. Like I said, it's as simple or as complicated as you want to make it. It's, just simple video editing and stuff like that. You can do very easy on the edit page and everything else. If you want to get more complicated stuff into it, no background removal. If you want to do green screen stuff, I mean, you can take there's a whole lot of things you can do with DaVinci. DaVinci does more stuff than I can ever do. So
Yeah,
you
I will
can
never.
go
I won't.
into
Yeah, yeah, I will never use anywhere near the capabilities of this program. I'm not a professional video editor. I'm just a
and
guy
and for
like
the
you.
pro
I just
and for the pro version, it's a one-time fee. And anytime they come out with a new version, new edition, you ain't got to pay. It's
yeah.
yours once you pay that one-time fee of $2.95. And it's not a monthly fee, monthly subscription, nothing like that. And like I
That's
said,
not a
there is a
yeah.
free
It's not a
version.
yearly price. That's a
Yep.
one-time shot.
There is a free version that'll do probably anything you want it to do, but if it don't, then there is the pro version.
Yep. And I mean, you can do the math yourself. Just Adobe is what, $50 or $60 a month now for the whole Creative Suite, something like that. So multiply that by 12, and it doesn't take very long for you to get to that $300 of DaVinci, like less than a year and a half, and then you're done. And the guy that runs Blackmagic Design does not like subscription services. And he has done everything that he possibly can to keep DaVinci from being a subscription service or to even have to charge you for an upgrade. The stuff that they just added to DaVinci 21, they just upgraded from 20 to 21. Free version does everything and for more that I had to pay for. Yep, probably. I can't say that for sure because I haven't looked at Fillmore and I can't tell you how long. But yeah, it'll probably do everything that you're doing in Fillmore that you're paying for free. I'll be
All
very
right, guys.
surprised.
We enjoyed having
Oh,
y'all here.
yep.
We do appreciate y'all for coming in. Think of any questions you want to ask for next month. We have Chef Sivy, Bug, Tim Mitchell, Todd Saul, and let me get over here to the other one. We have Arlene cooking with Stephen and Jacqueline, DeMoose and Buglet, Peaceful Des, and She Devil Adventures. I want to thank y'all for coming in and spending your time with us tonight. Go over to Jerry, Butler Family Farm, or Gary, Belt Loop 29, and Two Dudes Give Clues, and enjoy what they have to share tonight. And until next Saturdays when you'll see me, unless you see me in somebody else's live. Thank you for coming in. Semper Fi, Ralph.
Nope, I got nothing. Just Todd, if you want to get in touch with me, if you want help, grab my email off my channel and send me an email, and we'll get together and I can help you with some stuff. I would have shown you how to do a video, but I didn't have time. So maybe we'll do that next month.
All right, guys. We'll see you later. Thank you. Have a happy 4th of July. Until next time, Devil Dog out.